Hey everybody, Shadow Claimer here with another Atum 2 preview today, and today we're going to be talking about how to get to and from Atum, which is a very important subject if you want to enjoy the Atum mod. So first things first, you're going to want a key to the dimension, and the way you construct this is by using 3 gold ingots and a diamond to make our glowy little friend here, the Scarab. And the Scarab is going to be our payment for passage into Atum. Then with a set of sandstone, you build a 5x5, like so. And then a small rim. And then 2 tall pillars in each of the corners, like so. This is the bare minimum for a portal for Atum. That includes the 5x5. There's no cheap version of this portal by building a 3x3 instead. But you can expand this portal pretty extensively in either direction from this. So you can build an 8x8 portal, you can build a 9x5, a 5x9, anything to make it decorate and sit better in wherever you're putting it. So keep that in mind as well. So you fill it with water, and you toss the Scarab in. And just like so, there's your entrance to Atum. Now, on the flip side here, you'll notice the portal is made out of large limestone bricks, in the same shape as the overworld portal. And the primary reason for this is because we want you to be able to build a way back in Atum as well. Since all the normal overworld ores are available in Atum, you can build a Scarab out here. There's also other ways for you to get Scarabs out here that I won't exactly spoil. But the trick here, though, is you can't really put water. If I were to take this bucket of water and try to place it, nothing happens in Atum. So you have to build your portal either below 48 underground or in an oasis to be able to build your portal back. And another good feature that I would like to mention here is that Atum is 1-1 with the overworld. So unlike the Nether, where you can fast travel using the Nether, in Atum, the amount of squares you walk here is equivalent in space to the overworld. So what I recommend some newer players to Atum do is to build an exploration portal, come through, find yourself an oasis, remember the coordinates and go back to the overworld, build a new portal at those coordinates so that way you have a safe area around your portal to set up base and everything, which is really important. The other feature we'll talk about here is Thoth's Bearings. As part of an advancement, when you first enter Atum, you'll be granted a very large special artifact map called Thoth's Bearings. This is to help you figure out exactly where you're operating at around Atum. And this map is really special because it does not drop when you die. So you guys will have this on you for as long as you need it, and hopefully it'll help you guys get situated out here in the world. And then one more feature regarding how to get to Atum I'd like to talk about today. Starting in Atum 2, we will allow you guys to begin in Atum as a config option. What this means is you guys will start your world and you're in there. And by default, there's no portal back to the overworld. You are stranded. This is a really interesting thing. We use it a lot for testing on the test server and doing a lot of other harder runs and things like that. And I really hope you hardcore mod pack makers have a lot of fun with this because Atum provides a really hard alternate vanilla start. On the flip side, if you want to make it a little bit easier, there's 2 options you can enable as well if you have Start in Atum on in your configs. One of which is to start with a portal back to the overworld as well. But the other is to start with a structure. By default, you can list any structure by name. You can make your own, you can export it, you can drop it in a folder, and you can direct it to, or direct the config to it, and it'll spawn that structure in Atum. This is going to be fantastic for mod pack makers. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys do for your start. By default, Atum starts with what's called a small tent, which has a bed, a box, and some other stuff in there, and a couple torches on the inside and out to kind of give you a little bit of a safe haven in Atum to hide out in, which is really important in the early days. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have really enjoyed the video, hit like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. We should have more Atum 2 features coming at you shortly, so stay tuned daily around noon MST for those releases, and have a wonderful evening.